my team fittest. I'm Megan. Welcome to a 30-minute upper body Pilates workout. So, seatbelts on. Lower abs are being held in by about 10% the whole time, building up the endurance there. Pelvic floor muscles, that's both front and back. Pelvic floor muscles are being lifted up and away from the mat. Again, just gently, it's a gentle lift and hold, building up the endurance of those muscles. And it becomes habit. It comes to the point where you just do it all the time, all day, as you go about your day without even thinking about it. Here we go. Seatbelts are on and we're reaching one arm, one wrist, up and over the other arm and wrist. This is our moment to start focusing on those lifts and pulls of the inner core muscles. If you have some small, light hand weights nearby, that would be great. If you don't have any, that's okay. You don't have to use anything at all. You could use little water bottles or tins of beans, anything that just enables us to work our grip a little bit, wrist strength, and adds a little bit of weight there for the work. But otherwise, just use your hands. Last one. There. Fingertips are up. We're circling little tiny circles back. Lengthen the fingertips, they're glued together, shoulders down. Start lengthening everything. Palms down, we're circling forward a little bit here. Then we're reaching up, V for victory. Elbows are coming down, and now you're taking one elbow up, letting it fall down. Elbow comes up, elbow leads the way down. Other side, elbow up, elbow down. And you can start looking at each elbow as you go. You'll notice you're warming up the ribs and the waist as well. The next one, we're going to go a little bit bigger, a little bit slower. Elbow up, hand up, really reach, look at that hand. Elbow down, hand down. Other side, elbow, hand, elbow, hand. I call these the Strictly Come Dancing elbow raises there because you're looking at your hand and your elbow as if you're in love with them. You're really looking at them. Getting that stretch into your neck as you go. Last one on that side. Last one on that side. Here we are. We're breathing in. Breathing out, forward fold. Elbows down, fingertips to the floor, shoulders down, belly button in. We have a little bit rock forward. And then we're reaching forward, keeping everything long. Come on up. V for victory. We're swapping ankles. Other ankle in front, and let's find our light hand weights, or just use your hands. Elbows are in, glued to the ribs. Seatbelts are on. We bring the weights in to touch. They open out. Keep checking all your checks. Pelvic floor lifting away from the mat. We never let the pelvic floor touch the mat. Always that gentle lift. Palms are up, and the body, the shoulders, are over the ribs, over the hips. So we're not rocking back and forth at all. Everything's under control. There's our rotator cuff work. Now we're coming in. The elbows are shaving the ribs. The weights come in near the ribs. And then we press forward. Keep those shoulders down. Shaving back with the elbows. Reaching forward. I'm kind of picturing that I have a tray full of lovely chocolates. And I'm offering them to someone. And then pulling the tray back. I'm giving them enough time to grab a chocolate there. You got it. There's 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We'll put the weights down for the moment. Hands come together to the lower back. Elbows reach for each other. Chest is stretching up, holding it there. Hands clasp in front. Breathing in, breathing out. Reaching forward, opening the shoulder blades away from each other. And then we're coming on up, breathing in, breathing out to the side and in, breathing out and in. Here we go, a forward fold here, hands or elbows to the thighs, fingertips down, reaching long. Come on up, knees come up, and then we're into our tabletop here. Let's keep our weights nearby. Knees under the hips. Weights under the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. We're starting with Superman. Injuries, especially to the spine, neck, or hips. You could be here. You are reaching the opposite leg back, opposite arm forward. The tips of the weights are coming towards the ceiling. Both hips facing the mat. Really pulling in the abs here. If you'd like to add to it, you're breathing in, breathing out, and you're lifting up. Come on down. Breathing out to lift, opposite arm, opposite leg, come on down. Working the entire back of the body. Nice long lines wherever we are. Not letting the head drop down, that would break the line of your top of your head, the crown of your head, going to the back of your toes. These are called Superman or Pointer. They're one of the classical Pilates exercises. The next one will meet out and hold. You could be low, medium, or high. Here we are. We're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Palm down, reach, extra reach to extend. Come on down, other side. Breathing in, breathing out as we lift. Weight up to the ceiling, find your seatbelts. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Reaching and extending. Come on down. We're rocking the hips back to the heels and then up. Really pulling in the abs. Last 2. And 1. Come on up. We're taking the back leg out. The front elbow is rowing up towards the ceiling. Breathing out. Breathing in. 2 more like that. There's 2. There's 1. You could continue like that if the next thing is too much for your knees. Otherwise, you're sitting back a little bit on your knee. That back toes are on the mat. They're stretching through the ankle and foot there. Have a little rock. Stretch it out. And the back arm comes forward a little bit. And now we're going a little bit further for a stretch. Breathing out. And in. 2 more there. Really stretching the hip while we work. Come on down, come on up, back leg up, and then we'll swap. Starting in that higher position, the toes are on the mat, have a little rock there, find your position, seatbelts on, here we go, elbow rowing up, come on down, breathing out, breathing in, 2 more here, like this, there's 2, here's 1, stay in this position if you prefer, stretch that ankle and calf a little bit. Or sit on back. The knee comes forward a little bit. The leg goes further back behind. Opposite arm out a little bit. Here we go. Breathing in. Breathing out to row back. In as we come forward. Breathing out. And in. There's 3. There's 4. Come on in. Back up to your tabletop. Holding it here, have a little circle of the ribs and the hips. Let the elbows bend, they're circling around towards the floor and then up, other way. 1, 2, we want nice flowing spines. 3, and 4. Then we're sitting back onto our heels, knees come apart, long spine, shoulders down. You're circling in here. Little circles, circling out. This is the level 1 exercise. If it's uncomfortable on your knees, sit down and bring your feet in front. Or if you'd like the fuller exercise coming up, squeeze the glutes, tilt back a little bit. Your strength is right there, stretching here. Here we go, shoulders down, you're circling in. And then circling out, little circles out. Squeeze those glutes, extra squeeze. You've got it. Then for 5, we're sitting back down. We change our mind and sit up and squeeze the glutes. Sitting down, change our mind. Last 2, shoulders down, arms reaching long. Last 1, holding it here. Arms come out, behind us a little bit. Check seatbelts. Little circles in towards ourselves, towards each other there. Little circles out. And then arms come in front. We're sitting down. We're sitting onto that right cheek. Leg in front, other leg in front. Here you are, sitting side style. Shoulders down. Breathing out as we rock back and in as we come up. 4 here, like this. Great work. Weights come down to the side for a moment. We're swimming the arms out behind us. Fingertips towards the body. Tricep dips here. You could start here, level 1. Bending the elbows, coming back up. Getting a little stretch in the front of the shoulders. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge with the weight of your body, how about curling the hips up and they float above the mat as you bend and lengthen the elbows there. 3, 2, and 1, and hold. Squeeze the glutes, curl the hips up. Nice big stretch there. Hold, hold, hold. Your body's a table. Come on down. Toes up to the ceiling, feet are flexing. We're bringing the hips under the shoulders, holding here. Nice little gymnastics hold. Lower on down. Knees and toes stay up to the ceiling, legs stay on. Clasping the hands, working through the wrists here for a moment. Great stuff. We will bend the knees and we'll meet on our backs so we can do the 100. Come on down on the way. Grab your weights. They're coming down with us. Here we go. For your 100, one knee up, other knee up, shins are a table. Keep the legs on. If they're on, you're making a table. If they're off, they look like that. We want them on. Arms are on too. Injuries, you could be working from here. We've started our 100 now. We're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Paddling the weights with long, strong arms. Head, neck, and shoulders happily on the mat if you prefer. Otherwise, here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out and float the head, neck, and shoulders as you paddle the arms. Your goal is to look down between your thighs. Pull those lower abs in and you're making a little table of your belly. A flat table, pull, pull, pull. Lifting the pelvic floor like crazy as well. Then, if you'd like the full position, lengthen the legs, turn out from the hips. Heels are touching, feet are stretching. There you go, there's your full Pilates position. It's a little too easy, tighten the seatbelts there. Lift up that little bit higher. We're nearly there, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Last set. Hold, extra squeeze and lift. We float on down. One knee in, other knee in, have a little hug. Taking the hips a little bit side to side. And then the face up and over, up and over. Just getting rid of any tension there. Then one foot down, other foot down. We'll keep our weights on the side for a moment. We'll come back to those. We're coming onto our fronts. Here we are. Legs are squeezing together. We'll find our weights. They're going to go up towards the ceiling. Legs are squeezing, glutes squeezing. We'll do the legs first. We're breathing in. Breathing out to raise the legs, in to lower. 4 more like that. Breathing out. Breathing in. Your palms are next to you. Palms up to the ceiling. Forehead could be on the mat or floating. Just keep those long lines. Hold your next one up. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the legs together. Now the arms. Breathing out to push long arms towards the ceiling. In as we float down. Breathing out. Breathing in. 2 more like that. There's 2. 1 and hold. You've got long arms, palms up, pushing to the ceiling. Long legs floating above the mat, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs together. It's your dart. Now we'll put the whole thing together. We're on the mat, lower down. We're breathing in, breathing out to lift everything. In as we lower. Breathing out to lift. In as we lower. 2 more. That's 2. Number 1, we hold. We hold it up here. Hold, hold, hold. Little circles in with the weights. Here we go. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the thighs together. You got it. Weights are doing tiny circles in. Keep squeezing everything. Will the shoulders float up a little bit higher? Circling the other direction. You've got it. And hold, pressing everything up. Lower on down. We'll remove the weights. We'll put them in front of us for a moment. Hands in front. Breathing in, breathing out. We're up on our forearms. Ears up away from the shoulders. Stretching through the abs here. Here's your swan prep. If you'd like to go a little bit higher through your swan, we're lowering down, breathing in, breathing out. Extend through the elbows. The weight is in the heels of your hands there. Come on up, stretch. Lowering on down. A nice deeper stretch. If you like, hands under the shoulders. You're going into your cobra. Breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes. Come on up. Maybe as high as your lowest rib. Maybe your belly button's floating up. Maybe higher. Then we'll come on down. Breathing in, breathing out. We're pushing ourselves into our tabletop here. Wrists come in, wrists are touching. Fingertips are out. We're circling these shoulders over the wrists and hands here, getting a nice stretch. Then the other way. Then fingertips are facing forward. Elbows are going to shave the ribs again, like we did in the warm-up. Elbows are coming in near the ribs. Fingertips forward. Some triceps pushes here. There's 3. These are in the box position. 2 and 1. Taking the fingertips pointing out a little bit. Wider push-ups here. Or that's the box. Or if you prefer, tops of your knees here. Squeeze the glutes. Feet and thighs are glued together. Keep on going with these. Or if you prefer, squeeze the glutes. You're up on the balls of your feet. As you breathe out, breathe in. 2 more of those nice wide ones. There's 1 and 2. 1 knee down, other knee down. Let's find our weights again. And we'll come back, sitting around facing the front. 1 ankle crossed in front of the other. We've got 2 goal posts here. Everything's up. We're breathing in, breathing out to bring the elbows and forearms towards each other. In as we open out. Here with these nice light weights, we're really focusing on our upper back. Strengthen the upper back with that long, straight spine, removing any sway from the body by pulling in the abs as well. Looks easy, but once you're focused on peeling those pelvic floor muscles up away from the mat, holding the lower abs in is harder than it looks. Last 2. Last 1. We're here. Nice high goal post, little pulses up. I can see my weights. They're a tiny bit in front of my face. Pulsing here. Keep checking shoulders are down. Check all your seatbelts as you go. You're doing really well. Hold. Goal posts. Bring them in towards each other. Check the weights are over the elbows. Here we go. Little pulses up. Getting nice and warm through the upper body. Nice warm arms, shoulders, biceps. You've got it. Keep on pulsing. Checking your seatbelts the whole time. And there we go. Reaching up and down. We're going to swap ankles. There it is. Swapping ankles. We're bringing the weights together in front of us. If you have any injuries or you're new to exercise, you can have the elbows tucked in here. And you're bringing the weights up and then down, working here. Otherwise, we're going for the shave the heads here. Bringing the weights behind us and then up over the head. Behind and up. And here's where we don't want the body to sway. We're not using momentum. We're using the strength in the triceps. And to achieve that lack of sway, really tighten those lower abs. Are you getting to the point where you're just constantly tightening those lower abs and pulling the pelvic floor up without even thinking about it? That's the fun part. Keep on going here. Last 2 and 1. Come on down with those weights. We will be coming back to those in a moment. So we've done a plank facing the ceiling. Now we'll do a plank facing the floor. One heel out, pushing that heel away, balls of the toes on the floor, other heel out, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, lower down, shoulders away from the ear, and find your lovely long line from the crown of your head, through your shoulders, through your back, all the way down to your heels. Once we're there, we're pushing the heels forward and back. And this is kind of like a little massage for the joints in the ankles, the feet, also the hands and shoulders a bit. If in doubt, squeeze the glutes that little bit more. Pull in the abs, you've got it. There's 3, 2, and 1. Lower your plank down if you need to. Otherwise, the weight is shifting into your back hand and your back foot. And you're reaching up, holding your side plank here. Squeeze those glutes if you find yourself hinging down a little bit. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, and reach. Reaching the arm long and overhead. Looking at your fingertips, have a stretch there. Holding. And then we'll come back to where we were, and we'll go to the other side. Weight is tilting into the other hand, your back foot as well. You're coming on up and reaching. If in doubt, if you find yourself relaxing down, squeeze the glutes, lift up out of the shoulder, up out of the hips, and hold. You can do it. And then we're reaching long, maybe looking at those fingertips. Reaching up. Hold, hold, hold. And then we'll bring that hand back down into our original position here. Lots of fun. We're coming down onto our lower arms there. Forearms on our elbows. Squeeze the glutes. Find your lines and then rock a little bit forward, a little bit back. Take a break whenever you need to and then reset. You can do it. There's 3, 2, and 1. One knee down, other knee down. Hips heading for the heels. Once they touch the heels, have a little wiggle and a stretch. Make sure those hips are as close to your heels as they'll go. That'll feel great in your hips and lower back. Once you're there, breathing in. Breathing out, reaching forward. Forehead coming down. Holding it here. We'll go into our lat stretch. So you've got the front arm coming down at your side, other arm up and over, big stretch. If you don't really feel it, walk the fingertips away from each other. Grip into the floor to add that little bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out, we'll come to the middle. Other side. Other arm down at your side. Top arm coming up and over, big stretch. And then, if you'd like more, walk those fingertips. Really grip into the floor. Opening up the rib cage, the waist, and the lats. Then we'll come back to the middle. Hold for that extra moment here. Wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. Maybe a little bit back and forward. And you'll really get into that great stretch for the whole body this one. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll roll on up, all the way up, so that we can sit down on the right hip. Quick mermaid stretch here. We're coming up and over. Holding the ankle and reaching. Really lifting that bottom rib away from the hip bone. You'll find that stretch. Our mermaid is about to dive into the water. So the right hand is coming onto the mat. The left arm is coming up and over and you're diving here. Could be there. Could come down on your forearms. Could go for your full reach. Reach and bring the forehead down. Breathing in, breathing out, we'll come back the way we came, forearms, and then up and over. And then this left arm will hold that hip, reach around the waist and hold. Right arm will cradle the head. And here it can be tempting to curl down, letting the elbow come down, but we want to breathe in, breathe out, lift the ribs, lift the heart, lift the elbow, open up the front of the body, and you'll feel more of a stretch through your shoulders, back, hips, everywhere. We'll open out. Knees are glued together to come to the front, glued together to go to the other side. Ooh. Mermaid on the other side, right hand on the ankle, left arm reaching up and over. And then experiment with your position, really pulling that rib up, lifting through the rib cage, lifting through the shoulder there. If this arm is bending, how about reaching that little bit further, and you'll really be stretching out the hip, the upper body. Here comes our mermaid diving into the water. The hand comes down, other one comes up and over. Then choose your position, could be high, medium, or go for it all the way down. Always welcome to wiggle into your stretches a little bit more. You'll find that sweet spot where it feels great. Everything should feel great stretching. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll go back the way we came, forearms, and then up and over. A little bit further this time. Right hand around the waist, holding onto that hip bone, and then reaching. Head could be cradled there. In the hand, and again, just check. Were you tempted to curl forward, or are you breathing in? Breathing out, lifting, expanding the ribs, expanding that stretch. Elbow up to the ceiling. Gorgeous there. And then we're unwinding. Knees are glued together to come up and into our original position. You've got your tailor stretch there, rib cage circling around 2 times in that direction, 2 times in the other direction. From here, we're taking the fingertips up and behind us. We did a lot of triceps work today. So we're lifting up through the ribs, up through the heart and the face, not curling forwards. You can support your triceps here to stretch, or find the elbow and bring it in a little further. Breathing in, breathing out, and a side bend. Come on up, and we'll go to the other side. Fingertips reaching up and behind. Find your position, nice lifted position. There we go. Here, supporting triceps, or here, adding that little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out, add your side bend. And come on up. Then fingertips come to our lower back, elbows finding each other, opening out the shoulders there like we did in the beginning. Maybe they go a little further, clasping the hands, curling forward with the hands, stretching the upper back. Fingertips at the lower back again, nice stretch there. This time clasping forward and up, shoulders down. Breathing in, breathing out. The arms come to one side and up, arms to the other side and up. Now from the waist, we tilt to the side and up, tilt. Now arms and waist, so shoulder joint, waist. Come on up, other side. And up. Then we're starting low. We're circling the wrists and the hands here. Could swap ankles, then we're doing both. And the other way. And then slow down and go bigger. You're circling your wrist and your elbows around you. Add a wiggle there. Your own style, then the other way. Circling everything around. Feeling relaxed through the spine, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Breathing in, breathing out, and we'll have that stretch forward here. I hope you feel a little bit longer through all the muscles, a little bit looser with more space between the joints. That's how we like to feel after Pilates. That's one of the goals. And stronger, longer and stronger. Come on up, have a nice big hug, one hand on each shoulder, sitting up, chin down. Opening out, hug the other way around, chin down. Coming up and back into our Strictly Come Dancing move, elbow, then we look at the hand, bring it on down. Other side, looking at the elbow, looking at the hand, come on down. A few more like that. Last set, really looking as you come on down. Great stuff, fingertips on the mat, shoulders down, excellent posture, a little bit of a twist here. And then to the other side, a twist. Sitting up, not letting ourselves curl back when we twist. We're up. Come on in, pushing the heels of the hands away and start circling the wrists here. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you feel great and I look forward to exercising again with you soon. Well done.